The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Welcome, 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 everyone. We're welcoming you to this live training. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear us, see the screen, how to get all the free targeted traffic you need. If you can see that, put a 1 in the chat. We have a really cool training in for you today. Let's take a look here. Okay, cool. It's lighting up. Perfect. Cool. So this is going to be an awesome training, an interactive training. You guys know how we do this. A lot of awesome content. You're on for a really cool treat. As you guys know, I've been around marketing for quite some time, right? Got to be involved in some really cool product launches, some really cool things for over a decade now. And one of the people I got to meet, my mentor said, oh, there's a guy that's crushing it. And it was actually Sean. He was sitting with his sister, and I believe the sister's actually still working for him. But anyway, so they were over there, nicest couple, and he was producing things that were doing 7 figures online, and I was like, man, this is possible. So Sean was one of the first like internet millionaires that I met, right? I was at an event, a big seminar, so dating ourselves back in the day, or no, maybe I forget which event it was. But anyways, it was like 12 years ago. And Sean was the man then, he's the man now, and he's always had a cutting edge on technology, on getting traffic is what he specialized in for quite some time. So he's more behind the scenes now, and he's partnered up with Brian for quite some time, and they've really have hit it out the park with what they've developed. So everyone, make sure you have a pen, paper, take notes. I know I'm taking notes. I've actually got to see this behind the scenes, but I'm still like just in awe of what they're doing. And Alan, he's with us. So Alan, want to jump on with us and
Yeah, guys, what is up? I hope everyone is as excited as me. Just a quick deal. I met Sean, I don't know, several years ago. I think it was 2011 or something. I was like, I guess, up and coming, if you will. But I met him briefly at a affiliate summit east up in New York. And when I think we're like having some drinks or whatever, me and my other business partner at the time. And like, I was wondering this whole thing, like we're just sitting there like drinking these beers. I was like usually people have like, they can send a lot of clicks, right? Or they get like really low sales conversions, or they have like a small buyers list and they can send sales, but they can't really send that much traffic, so they can't really scale. And Sean was like, had this huge list, and it was like so like he promoted for our launch, and it was just insane. And I was like, how in the world does he do this? And they're going to go into this. Him and Brian are going to go into this today on how they are actually able to do this and generate these free targeted traffic methods. And targeted is the key word here. Well, free is obviously. That's going to be the main thing for most people on here. But I want you to also focus on targeted, not just free traffic, freebie seekers, but actual targeted traffic that you can do in anything, in any niche in under 3 minutes. And I'm super excited. I have my pen and paper out as well. So Brian, I think you're going to start out. Brian, are you with us, bud?
Yep, I'm here.
Awesome. Take it away, my friend.
Alrighty. Well, thanks for that. Hey all. Glad to be here. We have a real exciting call for you, where you'll kind of see a whole lot of content that I think will really change your views as far as how you can actually get tons and tons of traffic for almost anything that you could possibly think of, regardless if you're just an affiliate, regardless if you have your own offers or services or whatever you want. You can use this for absolutely anything and everything. And then we'll also show off some ways that we can basically automate the vast majority of that work as well. So with that, we'll get the show on the road. So once again, my name is Brian Kaz, and I'm also joined by my friend and business partner, Sean Casey, who you'll hear from a little bit later. And here, we're going to talk to you about how to get all the free target traffic you need for anything in under 3 minutes time. Now, here's my promise to you. By the end of this presentation, you'll be able to get all the free, highly targeted traffic you need for anything in under 3 minutes. And it doesn't even matter if you have a website or not. Using multiple, largely untapped sources and techniques. And be able to sell them anything you want, including stuff I'll show you that can make hundreds of thousands off of even a single sale. Now you might think, is that a bold claim? And you'd be absolutely right. And that's precisely why I'll show you how in a few moments live. So I won't just be talking about it, I'll be actually showing it to you live. Because I'll show you exactly how to do all these and more live so that you can see for yourself in just a bit. And it's important to note that the results of these methods don't just work for me. In fact, here's a guy right here, Robert Smith, wrote a completely unsolicited email to us where he says, both of you, just want to drop you a note to tell you that I just signed my first $1 million deal from a single client. It would not have been possible without applying what you taught me about lead generation. Best, Robert Smith. Now, I didn't ask him to write this. This was completely unexpected. It was really awesome. But this guy made, again, $1 million off of one lead, thanks to the information and the teachings and stuff and the methods that we trained him on. So again, $1 million from one lead following our advice and putting it into action. And that method that made him $1 million is just one tactic that I'll be showing you today. In fact, let me ask you guys right now, would you be interested in finding out what that one tactic that he did was? Say a yes, if so, in the chat box. All right, seeing lots and lots of yeses. I'll actually be revealing that as well as several others in just a bit. Now, don't let the $1 million proof there kind of scare you off into thinking that this is only achievable by the pros, because he wasn't. Not that he wasn't a smart guy, I'm sure he was, but there's nothing special about him that anyone else couldn't do as well. And to prove that, here's absolute proof that even the non-technically gifted, as I like to call them, can succeed just as easily. So here's one. A non-techie makes his first sale ever. David Smith is the very definition of a non-techie. Now, you might think that you're not a technical person. I guarantee that probably 98% of you are probably 10 times more advanced than this guy right here. Because 6 weeks before meeting me, he couldn't even use Microsoft Office. So if he had to type up a letter in Word or on his computer, he didn't know how to do it. He couldn't use his computer to write a letter, okay? Now, let me ask you guys, is there anyone here that can't type a letter on a computer using Word or anything like that? All right. Now, I'm sure there's probably like one or two of you that might fit that bill, and you're probably embarrassed now to actually admit it, but that's okay. But just goes to show that even guys like this can do well, because he made his first sale online ever with these techniques. And he also says that his traffic stats are now on an upward trend for the first time ever as well. So before I go on to show you how you can do all this yourself, I kind of feel like I have to do the necessary obligation of telling you a bit about who I am and a bit about who Sean is as well. Now, I don't like basically talking about me. In fact, I kind of hate it, because I feel like, you know, at the end of the day, you guys probably don't really care much about me. And I don't mean that in like a mean way or anything. Yeah, you probably care a lot more about what I can do to help you. But I feel like I almost have to give a little background first. So I'll take like a minute or two just to basically talk about that, and then we'll go from there. So as far as a little bit about me, this is me right there. And this is my partner, Sean, on the left side, and that's me on the right. And we're speaking in this case at the O2 Arena in London, which for those of you that don't know, it's a very huge arena in London, holds thousands and thousands of people. And we're asked to speak, you know, all over the world on topics like traffic and lead generation and marketing and all sorts of stuff like that. And we've actually done several 6- and 7-figure businesses throughout our years, and have done, you know, very well. And it's not just in markets like internet marketing and stuff like that. We actually have a variety of different niches that we're in. In fact, one of our best ones is actually completely outside of this niche right here. But a little bit about how I basically got going in this is, initially I started way back when I was in college. So you know, back when Sean was oh gosh, when I was in college, Sean was probably much older than me now even. But I was just playing around online. I was doing stuff like I was being an affiliate for all sorts of different things. You know, I tried a couple of ebooks and stuff like that, and I was making a little dough at the time, but it was mostly just as like a hobby. You know, if I was making like a few $100 a month or so, I was happy with that. And then one day, you know, I actually won an award for, it was a national award for basically a program that I had made by a friend of mine for a psychology test that basically beat all the existing tests that would take like 90 minutes, and mine would take like 90 seconds, and it was far more accurate. So I won a national award on that, and at the end of the day, I got like $4,000 as like basically like an award. And I thought, okay, that's cool, but you know, still kind of sucks for all that work there. And then I thought, well, gee, if I could make a software tool to help basically automate what all these other tests took, like basically way longer, like in a lot of cases 100 times as long. Maybe I could make some stuff to try to basically automate more of the stuff that I was doing online in terms of the marketing stuff. So I went to basically do that, and after a while I found out, hey, it's working pretty good. There's a lot of tasks that I can automate. Probably like 90% of the day-to-day tasks I could automate. And then after a while, I thought, well, okay, this is working so well for me, I should maybe start to try to sell the solution to others, because I found out there's a lot of people that were interested in that. And then I found that people loved the stuff that was being made, and I kind of never looked back ever since. So ever since then, we've done a lot of different things online and a handful of different markets, including like lots of software, lots of info products, even physical products, lots of stuff as an affiliate, so on and so forth. In fact, here's just one example of a business I built using these methods that did over $2.9 million in 8 months' time. Now, this is over $2.9 million processed in 8 months' time. A lot of times when people give like a number for like a launch, they use what I call like, fake math, which basically if they have a launch and people pay like $100 a month, they'll say, wow, this is like, a $2 million launch if everyone stays for 10 years and never cancels and never refunds or anything like that. And realistically, that never happens like that. But this is $2.9 million physically processed, in 8 months' time right there. And another business I cloned with the exact same model that did another $1 million in sales in another niche in just several months' time. Another completely unrelated business in the survival niche, we actually took from about $6,000 a month to over $400,000 a month in sales. In fact, we've actually had some months that are actually closer to $500,000 in sales. That again was initially only $6,000 a month, and we did that in only a couple years time. In fact, I think in the first 6 months or so, we actually went from $6K to $100K a month, and then within 1 year, we were probably at over $200K a month, and now again we're at over $400K a month, just about maybe 2 years or so since the start. Now, again, realistically, I know that none of you really care about me and what I've done, and instead, you care about what I can do for others like you, right? Well, that's why I shared with you those previous case studies, and I'll share some more later as well, and why I'm going to get on to the nitty-gritty here. So I want to make sure that all of you leave here with a way to make money and get lots of traffic, even if you don't currently have a product, a site, or anything to sell now, or even if you're just an affiliate. So let me ask you guys a question. How many of you here already have something you either currently sell or want to sell? Maybe type in a 2 if that's you. So if you have something that you either currently sell or want to sell, type in a 2. Now, how many of you here currently have nothing to sell as of yet? You have absolutely nothing at all. Maybe type in a 3 if that's you. So if you have nothing to sell as of right now, type in a 3. All right, so regardless if you have something to sell or nothing at all, and regardless if you have a website now or not, or regardless if you want to just be an affiliate and send lots of traffic to affiliate funnels or anything like that, I promise you that you can walk away from this with either ways of increasing your current sales or being able to sell something easily for the first time. Because at the end of the day, the more targeted traffic you get, the more money you can make. You need traffic. It's the lifeblood of any business. Any program you already invested in or method that you're currently doing also needs traffic. I don't care what it is. You can have the best product in the world. You can have the best affiliate offer in the world. And if you don't have any traffic to it, guess what? It doesn't matter. So before I show you how easy it is to get traffic to anything, let's check out some easy ways to make money, okay? Just to make sure we cover all the bases on the different ways to make money online. So here are the different ways right here. First, you could sell info products. That can be like, it can be like an ebook, it can be like a video, it can be on basically anything you make or stuff that you resell. In fact, I even had a friend who sold a product in the health niche that didn't know anything about the topic that he was in. It had something to do with diabetes, but he hired basically a specialist that specialized in that, and I think he paid her, I think it was like $50 or so. It wasn't that much. It was $50 to basically make like a video, and he sold that and made 6 figures off of that right there. Now, he actually made several more since then and paid her more than that, but it doesn't have to be all that hard. In fact, you can even do an interview and turn it into an info product where you interview lots of experts, turn it into a product. Lots of them are willing to even do that for free. You can offer to pay them a bit too, but it's not that hard to get an info product out there. You can also be an affiliate for countless products out there. I mean, there's lots of affiliate networks out there. There's lots of sites like clickbank.com for lots of digital products and stuff. For physical products, you can go to Amazon, you can go to linkshare.com, cj.com, all types of places, or you can just do a Google search for like any product name you want followed by affiliate and find tons and tons and tons of them. I know a lot of you have pre-made funnels and stuff that you can use as an affiliate and drive traffic to any offer you want, so you'd be set right there. You can also give out free CPA offers and make money even off of non-buyers. So CPA stands for cost per acquisition, or oftentimes just called cost per action. It's basically where you get paid for someone to take some kind of action, whether it be they sign up for like a newsletter, whether it be they sign up to check their credit score or to get a credit card, or anything like that, or sign up to apply for like a mortgage, anything like that, you can get paid. And these can range from like not that much, like $1 or $2, up to hundreds of dollars per CPA offer. A lot of times, even if they never buy anything, again, you'd still get paid on that. In fact, probably the funniest and the best CPA offer, best as in like I found it hilarious, was there was actually one where you'd get paid a few bucks to give away candy. Literally, they were paying like a few bucks to give away a sample of candy with the hopes that people would like the candy and hopefully buy more. But literally, if I was handing out candy to you guys on this call for free, who here would say, sure, send some my way? I'm sure most of you probably would if it was free. Okay, you just I would have to fill out like your name and address to have the stuff sent, and I'd get paid a few bucks for each sale. So again, it's not that hard. Now, I'm not suggesting you get like a creepy van down by the river, or drive by some schools and hand out CPA offers of candy or anything like that. But you get the idea that it doesn't have to be all that tough. The other thing that you can do is you can sell services to others as well. Now, I especially like web services and stuff because I find that there's a huge market for it. There's a lot of people always looking to buy all sorts of different web services like SEO, reputation management, social media, Facebook ads, and all sorts of stuff like that. Web design that people are always looking to buy that you can sell at a premium. In fact, I'll even share with you in just a bit several different things that you can sell with what I'm about to show you that you can instantly do in a matter of minutes, even if you're not an expert. You can also create and monetize blogs or sites. So if you had a blog or a site, you could monetize that with affiliate links or with AdSense or anything like that. So again, there's multiple different ways of making money online. And in fact, I know a lot of people oftentimes have their hands in more than one of there, and that's perfectly fine. but it's all easier than you think as long as you know how to get traffic. If you don't know how to get the traffic, none of those will work well. For example, do you think you could invite people to buy massage chairs via your affiliate link if you knew where all the people looking to buy one were hanging out? Or do you think you could sell a $3,000 SEO service to a roofing company if you know you could help them rank and make many multiples of that back for them that same month? Or if you could automatically find leads of people in back pain, do you think a chiropractor might be interested in paying a monthly fee to you for those? Or if you could spend 20 minutes writing a review of almost any product you want that you knew could make you residual affiliate income for life, would you do it if you knew exactly what to do? Of course you would. You'd be almost dumb not to. Because at the end of the day, it all comes down to needing the traffic, which is precisely what I'll be showing you to do, as well as revealing what else you could even be selling today for thousands in profits. And instead of just basically talking about it in theory, I'm going to be showing it to you live in just a bit so you can see how easy it can be. No guesses, no theory, and so forth. Because remember, at the end of the day, if you have a targeted offer plus targeted traffic, you'll make money almost each and every time. It's as easy as that. If you're not making money, it's because you're missing one of those two things right there. So are you guys ready to see it for yourself? Type in a yes if so. All right. Lots and lots of yeses. All right. So what I'm going to do right here is I'm going to introduce to you Webfire 3.0. Now, what does Webfire 3.0 do? It's basically a bunch of tools that we put together that basically automate a lot of the tasks that we do to help get lots of traffic and find leads and do all sorts of cool things out there, optimize sites, find leads, and all sorts of very awesome things like that. And what I'll do is I'll be actually showing you an actual demo of it while explaining what the processes are and what the methods that you can do and how we basically automate that to make that even easier. So literally Webfire 3.0 does anything and everything you need to get more traffic, rankings, leads, exposure, and sales online in minutes. With Webfire, you truly can get the unfair advantage. And rather than just basically talking about how great it is, I'm going to not only demo it for you live, but I'm going to be revealing several other ways throughout the demo that you can make money with it immediately as I demo it. In fact, I'll give you several ideas of things that you can sell easily with it and several ways to make more money off of what you already have. So if you have, affiliate funnels or anything like that, I'll show you how you can drive a lot of traffic to those and target people looking to buy. If you're selling, a web service, I'll show you how you can sell a lot more and literally dominate everything. If you're a local business, I'll show you how you can not only dominate the search engines, but how you can turn around and sell, a service where you help others do the same for a lot more, and how you can even find leads out there actually looking to buy from you right now, and just a whole lot more, including I'll even show you what niche that one guy was in that got $1 million deal off of just a single sale. In fact, we've actually had more than one client that has done $1 million deal, and they've actually been from different niches and such, which I'll get to you, or which I'll basically talk on in just a bit. So with that, I'm going to pause the screen for a second as I switch on over to the Webfire demo. So we have lots of stuff that will be showing off here, and I'll be giving you guys lots of very awesome, useful tips and stuff. So I'm just as I do that, so I'm just going to pause the screen for a second. Kind of switch on over. Alrighty. All right. So right here, we are inside of the software, and as you can see, it's a web-based tool right here. Works on a Mac as well as Windows. And it's actually a bunch of tools all in one. So the first thing you'll see is a bunch of things on the left side here on the nav bar. So if you click on SEO and keywords, we see a bunch of tools that help with basically your SEO and keyword analysis and analyzing sites and tracking rankings and fixing your SEO issues with a click of a button and a whole bunch of other things that I'll explain. If you click on content, you'll get things like stuff that helps make you content and submit it across the web, stuff that helps you make videos and submit those, and a whole bunch of stuff like that right there. If you click on leads, you'll see a bunch of lead tools to help you find leads all over the internet. We'll actually do a handful of searches with those. Those are very, very neat. In fact, yeah, there's some really neat ones where even if you don't have a site or anything, we'll show you how you can find leads in a matter of minutes to even seconds, which is really awesome. And then we'll show you some social tools as well right there to basically automate your social media and such. Now, we won't get to every tool because we'd actually be here for several hours even to do like a short demo of each one, but I'll show off a handful of some saved searches we have. I'll do a couple live. I'll show off, again, like a portion of the tools to give you a good idea. And we also, what you'll see here is we have lots of training as well. Every Wednesday, we have a new call, which is free. It's, you know, and we give lots of training on that, pure value that you can join and see those. You can ask us any kind of questions live. And we have the recordings in the members area after as well. So you can reach myself and or Sean at the same time live. You can see it, you know, all that right there. And of course, that's on top of a whole bunch of things we do. Like what's really neat is not only do we have all these tools for you, but on top of that, Webfire 3.0, I can also do stuff for you in the background. So every day it can look for new leads. Every day it can track your SEO. Every day it can help you with that. Every day it can put your social media on autopilot. There's a whole bunch of stuff that it can do for you and analyze every single day and keep track of all that. So really awesome stuff right there. And what I'm going to do with the demo here is basically I'm going to show this off in two parts, because there's really two different ways to get lots of traffic, especially targeted traffic. But the majority of you probably focus only on one of those ways, which is cool and fine, but you're probably missing a hidden gem. And the first way, which we have several tools to help with that, is stuff that you can do to increase your chances of being found online. This is like anything with SEO, like helping your sites rank, anything with videos, like getting videos and content out there. It's stuff that you can do to increase the chances of people finding you. Now, that's all great and fine and dandy, and I encourage you to do that because it can work well and it can get lots of traffic, especially if you do keyword research, which again, we have keyword tools and all that too to help you with all that. But the second way is oftentimes completely ignored, yet can get you active buyers looking to buy right now. And that's, instead of waiting for people to come to you, you can go to them, because there's a bunch of tools we have that can proactively find leads out there online already asking questions related to your niche or your product. So let me ask you guys a question. Let's say that you're an affiliate for massage chairs, okay? So you sell like high-end massage chairs, and let's say they're like, you know, $2,000 to $7,000 a pop, which is, I think, like the normal price range of like the high-end ones. And you make, let's say, anywhere from $500 to several $1,000s, you know, profit per sale there. If you were in a room, okay, and someone raised their hand with, let's say, $3,000 in cash, and they said, hey, I have $3,000 right here. I'm looking to buy a high-end massage chair. I want one that does this, this, and this. Does anyone know of any that would be good for my budget right here? What do you guys do? Well, I'll tell you what the majority of people do. The majority of them say, oh, that's really cool. That guy has $3,000. He wants exactly what I sell. This is sweet. I really hope he goes to Google. I really hope he types in some keywords I rank for, and I really hope he finds me and clicks through my site and then buys. Oh, geez, I really hope he finds me. I really hope he finds me. And they sit there on their butt, hoping that the person finds them. That's probably the dumbest thing you could do. Now, you might get lucky. He might find you. He might spend his $3,000 with you. You know, that's all fine. And you know, I still encourage you to try to increase the chances of him finding you online. But if he's actively telling you he's looking to buy a massage chair for $3,000 price range, I hope you get off your butt. I hope you walk up to that guy. I hope you say, oh, I see you're looking to buy a massage chair. I happen to actually sell a lot of those. Probably the best one in your price range is this right here, and here are the reasons why. And if you're interested, you can check a full review. I have it right here, or see a special price. I have it right here. Okay, which one of those do you think is more likely to get you a sale? If you sit and pray that they go to your site, you might get lucky. But if someone's out there waving cash in hand, go up to the person and try to convince them that your deal is the best one, or try to basically answer the questions that they have. And you'd be shocked at the number of people that see, literally people in their market waving tons of cash around, and they do squat, and they wonder why then they don't make money, because they're not doing anything when there's leads waving cash in their hand. So if someone's waving cash in your face and you have a service or a product or an affiliate offer that lines up perfectly, do what you can to try to get that sale. And I'll show you how in just a little bit how you can easily find those leads within a matter of minutes right here. So what we'll do first is the first half will basically show off and demo some of the more traditional stuff, like increasing your rankings and stuff like that. And the second half will show off the stuff where instead of waiting for leads to come to you, you can go to them. So one of the first things you do when it comes to SEO or anything like that is you want to do your keyword research. And in the SEO and keyword tools right here, one of the tools is a keyword tool. So let's say you were in the massage chair business, or let's say you were just an affiliate of one. You could basically type in a keyword like massage chair, and if you click this option right here, we'll find several related keywords. We'll find 50 related keywords, and it will give you lots of data on those, and it will analyze it for you with a click of a button. So this is a saved search I have right here, because this usually takes like several minutes or so to do a full search if you have 50 plus words. And you see right here, it gives you the keyword, it gives you the search volume and all that, and then it gives you some additional info like how many sites on page one have the exact phrase in their title tag or in their description or heading. All that stuff can make a difference as to how easy or hard it is to rank. The key I found is that the less sites that have the exact phrase in their title on page one, the more easy it is typically to rank for keywords like that. Now there's other factors and stuff that factor into that, but to make it easy, basically the tougher keywords we have in red, the easier ones we have in green. So you don't even have to remember all that crap right there. So it's like, for instance, right here, you might say, hey, look, there's a keyword right here. Let's see, let's go to this one right here. It gets about 3,500 exact searches a month. That's people that basically type in that exact phrase, whereas this term would be abroad. So people that type in that phrase followed by any word like before or after it. But 3,500 exact searches a month, but it's in red, meaning it's a bit more competitive. Whereas down here, here's one with, let's see right here, 18,000 searches a month. So that's what, like, about 5 times as much, if not, yeah, about 5 or 6 times as much right there in terms of searches. And barely anyone is trying to rank for that right there. So rather than fight over a tough keyword, why not go for an easier one? Or even down here, here's one that has, again, almost 5,500 searches a month that almost no one is trying to rank on. So you have a much easier time of ranking right there. And you can see there's, again, tons of keywords that are wide open. I mean, some of these right here literally have like no one trying to compete, where literally if you target that keyword in your title tag or as the title in your blog post or the title of a video or an article or anything like that, you're almost guaranteed to rank on page one. And that can start to get you a lot of traffic. So what I usually do is I like to pick, maybe a handful of these. Like, you can start with maybe like, 3 or 4 or 5 if you want to be ambitious, and then you could turn those into like an article or like a video or a blog post or anything like that, and just put the keyword somewhere in the title right there, and somewhere in the content to increase your chance of ranking. Now, if you're making a new site, one of the tricks that I've learned is that I've seen work very well for me, and it's worked. This has worked for well over a decade. Rules have changed a little bit, but as long as you target the keyword you're trying to rank for in the title and use it in the content of your site, you have a very good chance of ranking. But if you also have it in your domain name, that can help you even more. Now, it's not to say if you already have a domain name, you don't have to have the keyword in it or anything like that. But if you have a new site on it, this can definitely help. And this keyword tool we have right here, you can search for available domain names that are keyword rich. So you can search, if you want to search for like .com or .net or .org or a whole bunch of others. So if you want to search for like .com.au or .co.uk or whatever you want, you can pick whichever ones you want. You can pick if you want to allow dashes or not. I found that typically, without the dashes, there's a slight preference there, but if it's a very good keyword, with basically dashes is fine. You can type in a keyword like massage chair, and it'll find all the available domain names that contain a related keyword right there. Like here's one right here, body massager chair. Gets just shy of 2,500 searches a month. That is currently available. You can snatch it up, and again, you can go to any domain registrar or host and snatch this up. Usually for like domains, usually are, depending upon the host and where you are, they're usually like $7 to $15 a year. You can snatch those up right there. Then of course, you can use that on your site, or if you're brand new and don't even know how to make a site, you can go to blogger.com, blogger.com, and you can make a blog literally in a couple minutes from scratch and use any of these domain names right there. The other thing that you can do is, after you have a site made, or if you want to analyze an existing site of yours, or if you want to do this as a service and you want to analyze maybe a prospect site in hopes that they might hire you to fix up some stuff. And don't worry if you don't know how to fix anything, I'll tell you how you can. So don't even worry about that right now. But this is a save search did right here. So all you'd have to do is basically type in a domain in question, followed by a keyword. In this case, I did a search for GenesisExteriors.com and roof replacement, Madison, Wisconsin. Now, this is like a roofing business. The reason why I had this on the front of my mind is a ways back, we had a hailstorm, and my roof and siding got majorly damaged. Well, not majorly, but had lots of dents and stuff in it. And my insurance paid for a new roof and siding. So as you can imagine, and pretty much anyone in my neighborhood kind of had the same thing. So they were probably, I don't know the exact amount, but I wouldn't be shocked if there were hundreds of homes that got hit with this hail, if not maybe even like 1,000 plus, because a huge area months back got hit pretty hard. And you can imagine most people would go to Google and they type in a term like roof replacement, Madison, Wisconsin, or roofers, Madison, Wisconsin, or some kind of term like that. And if you're not ranked there, you lose out on a lot of potential money. So you want to make sure that you are ranked there. And what we do is this basically analyzes and says, hey, you're 65% optimized. Now that's not bad. You want to shoot for more like basically 80% or so, but 65 isn't bad. If you're less than 50%, that's pretty bad right there. But it says right here, hey, you have an excellent chance of ranking for this keyword if you target it on your site. So it gives you feedback on if you target it on your site, if you use it in your title tag, you have a good chance of ranking right there. And we see right here, we have a summary tab of a report right here, and it kind of goes through a bunch of stuff. Like it says, hey, you don't have the keyword in your title tag, which is one of the big things in ranking. So if you wanted to fix that, guess what? You don't have to be an SEO guy. You just have to know how to click fix. And you literally, in case you don't know how, you hover your mouse over and you click the button. And then you follow what it says right there. And literally, it can fix all those issues that it finds. Like, uh-oh, you don't have the keyword in your description tag. Don't know what that is. Doesn't matter. You can just click fix right here. You don't have the keyword in a heading tag. Don't know what that is. Doesn't matter. Just click fix. Your keyword density is super low on it. again, you can fix all that. It says, oh, nice job, you have a sitemap. Nice job, you have a schema. Now, you might not know what those are. I'll tell you in just a minute on one of those right there. And down here it says, you know, you have a bunch of images on your site that are missing keyword alt tags or image alt tags. And that's especially good for like e-commerce sites and stuff where if, let's say, you sell Siberian Husky coffee mugs, okay? If you have a picture of a Husky mug, okay, a lot of people have a name like 1115632.9.jpg, which tells Google nothing. Whereas if you rename the image, or you have a image alt tag of Siberian Husky coffee mug, Google knows, hey, that page is probably about a Siberian Husky, you know, mug, and we should probably rank the picture itself at the top of Google too. So that's a nice little trick right there. And again, you can easily, with a click of a button, change all your images around right there. You can fix it both through here, and under SEO and keywords, we have an SEO configuration tool that can automatically help you adjust all the issues on your site or your client sites if you choose to sell that right there. It also gives you some additional information like other keywords that you can target, other off-page stuff, social media, like a whole bunch of stuff where we can see, you know, people don't really talk about this site much on social media. Well, guess what? You can change that with a click of a button. I'll share a few of those off in just a bit. There's also an advanced tab right here. If you're more of a tech guy and want to know like a lot more stuff, you can get a whole bunch of advanced info right there, but most people will be fine with just basically the summary. You can even download a PDF report on this, and you can even brand it towards you as well at the same time. So if you want to hand these reports out to possible prospects, you can do all that as well. But two things I want to point out right here is, one, there's a couple people asking what a schema is. And I'm glad you asked right there. You see right here where it says, you know, hey, nice job to have a schema. Well, a schema is one of the more important things now in terms of ranking or not. And it's also one of the coolest things that you can sell to other businesses for like $500 to $1,000 plus a pop that you can fix in a matter of minutes, yet the average Joe wouldn't know how. So a schema basically can look like something like this. So this is a client of ours, is basically a tennis shop. So they sell lots of tennis gear. And you see they have their site here, and they have a bunch of sites, or a bunch of pages on their site listed under that. Well, that's done through the use of a schema. So they can basically take up a lot more space. The entire thing on the right side is also done through the use of a schema, where you see they have a picture of their site, they have the reviews, they have, you know, their phone, their hours, and you know, all sorts of stuff are right there. They have reviews, they have other social media accounts, and all that stuff can show up right there. That's all done through the use of a schema. Even things like the stars that you see here on some sites, that's done through the use of a schema. The price of the stuff you sell, you can have like prices of stuff that you list. All that can be listed on your listing in Google through the use of a schema. Now, typically a schema would be kind of hard to do unless you're a very technical person. That's why we made it incredibly easy. All you have to do, we have a schema markup tool inside right here. You just pick what kind of business you have. In this case, I said it's a local business, and literally you fill in the blank, like what is your address? What are your hours? You know, what's your social media accounts? You can add all that. And after that, you just click create code at the very bottom. You paste the code on your site, and you would be done. You can even test your site to make sure that it has the schema on it, and that's it. You can also add the schema to any standard HTML site, or even to, you know, a WordPress site. So it's up to you which one you want to use right there. And there's, you know, all sorts of different kinds of schemas, and we give you a preview of what they can look like right there. Like if you just had basically a blog, would you rather look like this, you know, top guy right here, or just like a standard link? So in this case, they have the date that you did a post. You can show up in news. You can have your images next to it. That gives you a major advantage. You know, if you're a Shopify site, you can have your, you know, reviews and your price and stuff show up right there. You know, if you're a video, you can have your stuff show up right there like that. Again, this is all done through the use of a schema. Or if you just want a site that literally dominates the top of the page and basically takes up a ton of space, you can add, you know, your individual pages to show up up under your listing like that right there. And you can even use multiple schemas on a single site. Now, this is the kind of thing that, not only do you want to use it on your own site, but it's the kind of thing that you can easily sell as a service as well. So the easiest way to sell this is to say, hey, would you rather look like this guy at the top here and at the right side, or would you rather look like this guy down here? That's pretty easy, especially if you're like a restaurant. Like that's one where you've probably seen, especially from like a mobile device. If you do a search for, like, let's say you want a Chinese restaurant, if you drive through a place and do a search, you'll see that some will have like a click to call and stuff like that. That's all done through the use of a schema. And if you have that stuff, you're more likely to show up at the very top of Google. If you don't, like if you're at the bottom of page 1 or page 2 or 3, and you don't have a click to call, you make it very hard and confusing for people to contact you. And you can bet they won't take the time to do that. You can even, if you're a restaurant, in this case, you can have a menu show up right here, and this option right here. So with a click of a button, you can show your menu that they can click on from their phone and such on Google. So very awesome. And it's the kind of thing like, hey, would you rather be like this guy or this other guy? And for $500 to $1,000, people think that's a steal of a deal, because it really is. And on that note, you also saw when I talked about how you can improve the social media, you can do so right here. We can actually put your social media on autopilot. So if you were in, let's say, a certain niche, or you want to do this as a service for basically others, you can automatically post to multiple social media accounts at once, like Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn and such. And what you can even do, you can just basically, you can write your message. You can attach an image. You can pick whatever accounts you want right there. That's all fine. You can add multiple accounts like LinkedIn and Twitter and Facebook and Pinterest and all that right there. But what's cool is that you can also schedule posts out. So if you wanted to say, hey, I want to do one post every day, or one post every week, and I want to do 10 posts, you can have it automatically schedule and set up those posts for you, and you can even recycle those. So if you want to reuse them at random, you can. So you can set up like 10 or 20 posts that will randomly repost those for you to put your entire social media on autopilot, posting to as many of those accounts as you want, which can be a great way to get social media leads and sales for any offer you have, even affiliate offers, or a great way to sell us as a service for others out there as well. In fact, we have guys that sell social media services for basically anywhere from about $300 a month upwards to $2,000 a month per client that you can put almost on complete autopilot right here. Another thing that you can do on the content side is you can create videos quickly and easily. We have this one's called the Video Firestorm inside. You can change the text. In fact, you can automatically turn any article you have into a video with a click of a button. We have a content maker where you can turn like one article into tons and tons and tons of unique ones that read really well. You can turn any of those into one. You can also type one out by hand where each line you have is like a new slide. And you can change the fonts and the colors and the size and all sorts of stuff right there. The alignment, you can change the background that you want. You can also have human-like voiceovers as well. So this is really, really cool. So and on top of that, if you want to upload your own videos and such, you can do whatever you want. And after you make basically the video right here, it can automatically submit it to you to places like YouTube with it automatically optimized for the keywords and stuff that you want. So whether you have your own video or you make one through this, it can automatically submit it for you right here. But if you have if you make one through this, you can also have a human-like voiceover where you can pick the type of voice you want, whether it's a male or a female or a child, or if you want a certain accent, like right here we have like a U.S. accent. Just play some, like here's Matt.
Hello, my name is Matthew.
Hopefully you can hear that. If you want like a British one, like you want to have like a Harry Potter voice, you can pick basically any of these.
Hello, my name is Brian.
Hello, my name is Emma.
Or if you want like an Aussie voice.
Hello, My name is Nicole.
Or if you want Spanish.
Hola, mi nombre es Penelope.
Or French.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Mathieu.
Or if you want German.
Hallo, mein Name ist Hans.
Again, you can pick any voice you want right there. Then you can see basically a preview of it. Now, again, this is one that was made in literally like a half a minute. And you see it right there. You can change any slides you want. Just click on them. You can change them around, add or do anything you want, and it will instantly turn those into a video for you and optimize and submit those for you as well. So very, very awesome right there. And that's on top of other tools we have under the content right here where you can submit your content across the web. So if you have like an article or like a blog post, you can submit that across the web right there, and all sorts of neat things like that. Now, all that right there was basically kind of like the first half, where it's the stuff that you can do to proactively get noticed more, to get basically content and stuff out there, to get SEO or to get optimized and stuff out there. And that's just, there's a lot more that we haven't had time to show. Like we have a cool tool that helps track your rankings, ones that help fix your SEO, ones that you can submit your site to the search engines, all sorts of cool things like that. You can even track your rankings by different areas and in the world, so you can see how you rank in the US versus the UK versus Australia versus New Zealand or South Africa or wherever you want right there, or other search engines. You can do that, all that right there. But now the second half I think is pretty cool right here. This is where you can proactively find leads out there that are looking to buy from you or asking basically questions in your niche right now. So one of those is the real-time lead finder right here. So in this case, it can search tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of lead sources online right now, and it will only search on sites where you can leave a reply, a post, or comment on. So these are like forums and message boards and blogs and stuff like that. So only search places where you can have some kind of interaction on. Because obviously if you can't have any interaction on it, you probably don't care as much about it. And what's really neat about this is if you were to search this stuff on Google, you can find some place that you can leave a comment and stuff on, but some of those can be years old, and oftentimes the newer ones, it won't show up on Google at all, and you kind of have to spend ages weeding through which ones you can post on, which ones you can't, and it's a nightmare. Well, this can search millions of sources at once. In this case, let's search for like people that are basically talking about lose weight. You can put any kind of term you want in basically quotes if you want the keywords to be side by side. If you don't care if they're side by side, you don't have to have them in quotes. That just means like any kind of result that has lose and weight in close proximity, it would show. You can pick a time frame you want. In this case, I said the past month. And we see all these leads right here of people right now asking basically questions on how to lose weight. Tons and tons and tons of them. And all you have to basically do is click on any of these, and you can go straight to these forums and blogs and such and leave a post, a comment, or a reply on it. So just click on the links right here, and then you would go on to the site, and you can leave a post, a comment, or a reply. You can even have like a saved reply as well, like right here. You can have a bunch of replies that you make ahead of time, so you can copy and paste in. We also give a number on the right side. That's just a ranking of the estimation of like how important it is, or how much traffic, or how many eyeballs are there. Where the higher the score, the more likely there are to be a lot of hits and stuff there. And we also have a figure that basically gives you like a value. So you can say what you think your average conversion is, what you think a sale's worth, and it will give an estimation what a post on that site could be worth to you over lots and lots of time there. So over the course of months, let's say, it'd say, hey, some of these are worth a little bit, some are worth a lot more because there's a lot more eyeballs and stuff there. So this is a great way where you can get lots of leads, and you can go to the leads instead of waiting for them to come to you. So if there's a person asking, hey, what's some good ways to lose weight on the keto diet, like this person right here, you can find it. You can basically click, you can answer and say, hey, here's some awesome tips I found to work really well. If you want more information, feel free to check out my review of this product right here, or feel free to check out my site here, or check out whatever you want. And as long as you give value first and foremost, people appreciate that. You don't want to just spam links all over, because that tends to not work well. But you can search us for literally anything you want. We even had a client once said, "Oh, that's really awesome, but people don't use it in my niche." And I said, "Well, what's your niche?" And he said, "Well, I sell petroleum trucks, and people don't ask questions online." And I said, "Okay, well, before you say they don't, let's just search." And he's like, "Well, I guarantee you they don't. I've been in the business for 30 or 40 years. They don't ask those kinds of questions." I'm like, "Okay, well, let's just search." And he was kind of stubborn about it. Well, we did a search, and we found that there's about a half a dozen people asking specific questions on like what kind of petroleum trucks they should get. And these are like the big tankers and stuff. And he's like, "Oh, well, that's easy. In this case, if he's looking for this, he'd want this because of this reason. If he's looking for this other thing, he'd want that because of this reason." I'm like, "Okay, that's great, but don't tell me that, because I'm not in the market to buy one. Tell it to that guy. And while you tell him that you're also a dealer in that, and blah blah blah." And that can get, again, a lot of leads. Now, another thing that you can do related to this is you can use the ranked lead finder, which instead of finding leads in real time, it finds leads that are already ranked on page 1 of Google, Yahoo, and Bing that you can leave a post, comment, or reply on. So you can type in a keyword, like in this case, I actually search for massage chair, and it will find several related keywords, and it will search all of page 1 of Google, Yahoo, and Bing, but it will only list off the sites that you can leave a post, comment, or reply. In fact, we actually have a patent on the technology that allows us to do this right here, and allows us to actually detect which sites we can do that stuff on. And right here we see the total estimated reach of searches and stuff in the whole month right here, or the amount of traffic that the sites would get, and the amount of people that this would get. The estimated monthly reach is over 4.5 million people a month. The estimated value right there is $160,000 right there. And it tells you the site in question, the keyword it ranks for, the search engine it ranks on, the ranking, like 1 would be number 1 on page 1, 2 would be number 2 on page 1, gives you the exact amount of monthly searches, or the estimate on that. The estimated reach, which is people that basically type in that keyword followed by words before or basically after it right there. A score, and again, you can sort by all this, and a value. And again, in each case, you can click on any of these, go straight to the site in question, and leave a post, comment, or reply in a non-spammy way. And you can basically siphon traffic from there to your own stuff. And what's cool is you can even save your searches. So every day on all these lead tools right here, I can search for new leads for you and alert you to those. Now, you might ask, well, what can you do with this? Well, let me give you an example. Okay, so let's say that you were just an affiliate, okay, for, again, let's say massage chairs, and you didn't have a site that ranked on Google or anything like that. Well, if you use this method right here, you can literally siphon traffic from page 1 of Google, Yahoo, and Bing in a matter of minutes, even if you never get ranked yourself. So someone goes on this site right here, and they read up on different massage chairs or prices and all that right there. You can leave a post, comment, or reply, add additional value, maybe answer some questions that they have, and redirect basically traffic from there to your own sites, to your videos, to your email addresses, whatever you want. And as long as you provide value first and foremost, you can really help and get a lot of sales yourself. So if there's a guy saying, hey, I'm looking for a chair that's $3,000 or less, that's really good. Do you have any recommendations? You can jump in there, give your feedback, knowing that, hey, not only can you help that one lead, but because these are ranked, you might have hundreds to thousands, to even tens of thousands of people over the next month or 2 or 3 or so that will happen across the post that you did, the reply that you had there, and we'll see it, and we'll go from that site to yours, or we'll reach out to you or whatever, as long as you provide value and say, hey, well, within that price range, I would recommend this one for this reason right here. Feel free to check it out right here if you're interested, or feel free to check out my review of it right here, or check out my video of it. right here. And again, you're providing value and you're helping people right there. And again, that's a huge thing that can really help and do a really awesome job. Another tool related to that is we can search Q&A sites too at the same time. So in this case, we just search for lose weight, and we can find tons of people asking questions on how to lose weight. Here's one saying, how do I hide a water fast from my parents because they say they need to lose weight? Can I noticeably lose weight without exercising? And if you had like a weight loss product, or if you were an affiliate of one, you could jump in, answer that question right there, provide some valuable insight or comments, and drive them to wherever you want. Now, again, you want to provide the value first and foremost. Like, for instance, in this case, you could say, now I'm making this up, and that, like, I'm not like a weight loss expert or anything like that. But if you were, you could say, hey, yeah, there are definitely ways to lose weight without exercising, but it's not always just about reducing the amount of calories you eat. It's about kind of what you eat. It's not even necessarily about reducing sugar or stuff like that. It can be blah 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 blah. In fact, if you want a complete blog article or post that I did on that, or a video, feel free to check out this right here, where I outline all that stuff right there. And then in the video that you do or the blog post, you can recommend your affiliate course or your funnel or whatever you want right there. And in fact, to give you a story on this, well, right before I jump into that, let me give you a reason why this is important. It's because oftentimes the keywords that show up in the questions tend to rank really well in the search engines. So even though you might be answering a single person's question, that question can oftentimes get ranked where hundreds or thousands of people can see the question, click on it, they'll see the response you gave, and that can drive a lot of traffic over time. It's like you're basically building a spider web out of all these ways to capture leads and stuff. And to give you a story on this, so years ago, I was in Auckland, New Zealand, and we wanted to go horseback riding. So I did a search on Google for something like horseback riding near Auckland, or some term like that. And at the time, no horse places were ranked. And I thought, well, there has to be a place somewhere here. I mean, come on, it's New Zealand. There has to be at least some. But I did eventually see ranked on Google. There was a Yahoo Answers question that's basically the same thing, where a person asked, are there any horseback riding places near Auckland, or some kind of term like that. So I clicked on that and saw that someone took maybe a minute or two to basically answer and say, yeah, there's a place about a half hour outside Auckland, has some really nice trails and stuff, really good horses. Here's a link to their website if you're interested, yada yada. So that's how I found out. So a day later, I went there, and a guy who I presume was the owner came up to me and asked, hey, how did you hear about us? And I'm like, well, it's actually kind of funny because I couldn't find any sites ranked for horseback riding, but I did see a Yahoo Answers question that was ranked on Google, and you or someone basically mentioned this place right here, and that's how I found it. And the guy laughed and said, do you know what is really funny? And I said, what? He then said, about 2/3 to 3/4 of the people I asked that to tell me that they found me the same way. Now, I don't think the light bulb really went off, but he was basically saying 2/3 to 3/4 of his business came from a single answer to a single question. Now, I don't know the exact size of his business, but based upon the number of people there and the cost, I'm guessing that was worth at least $100K or more to him a year for taking the time to answer a 1-minute question. So again, huge value, right there. Again, just for a simple question. Now, this next thing that I'll show off right here, this is actually a really awesome one right here. This is one that can get leads off of social media, and I'll do a live search of this in a second right here. So in this one, we can basically type in some keywords. So let's say you want to find people in back pain. Let's say you have a product that you're an affiliate for that helps with back pain, or you have like a funnel there. You can type in keywords like back hurts, hurt my back problem. And I could probably come up with like 10 terms that would make sense there. I can exclude certain things if I want to. I can even search by location if I want. So if you had a deal with like a chiropractor and you only wanted like local ones, you could search within like 10 or 20 miles of their place. Now, granted, instead of finding like thousands of leads, you might only find like, 7 or 8 each, few days or so, but you get the idea of it. But right here, you just do that, then you just click leads. And these are all the people right now complaining about back pain. Like here's one saying, my back hurts so bad. First day of spring break, back hurts, head hurts, throat hurts, yada, yada. This person's just in pain. This person fell over while streaming and hurt my back. I assume they meant to say screaming, but maybe they were on Netflix and they were streaming, not paying attention, fell back. Who knows? My back hurts. Come take care of me, but my back hurts so much. Blush. And tons of people, again, complaining about back pain, including swearing, and even it hurts so bad, they're misspelling the swear words too. So again, lots of people in back pain, and go through here, there's 100 leads right here. And at the very bottom, you can click next 100 results, and you'll get 100 more. And those are all leads people that are in back pain. So you're probably saying, okay, that's awesome. There's a lot of people in back pain. What can I do at that point? Well, there's a couple things that you can do. One is you can instantly build a list of people in back pain on your social media. So how you do that is you can click follow right here, and in a single click, you can follow those. And a lot of times they'll automatically follow you back. So you can start to build a list on social media of people in back pain targeted towards your back pain product. And even if they don't follow you back, you can still message them. You just click reply/DM right here. If they follow you back, you can do what's called a direct message, which is almost guaranteed that they see it. If they don't follow you back, you can still do a reply, and they're still fairly likely to see that right there. And you don't want to spam them saying hey, click here and buy this product on back pain. You might want to say, hey, it sucks that you're in back pain. I noticed you're posting that. I actually have a blog post that gives a handful of tips about how to get out of that. So I thought you might want to check that out right here and give some kind of value first and foremost right there. And you can really build a list in the hundreds or thousands very, very quickly for almost anything. Or let's say you were an affiliate for a guide on how to get out of a speeding ticket. Here's some searches I have right here where people are complaining about how they got a speeding ticket. Again, thousands of these a day. And again, these are fresh leads today. There's literally thousands of leads a day right here for stuff like that. And you can do this for, again, almost anything that you could possibly think of, whether you're like a realtor and you're looking for guys to that are basically talking about moving, people that are looking for unique gifts. There's one that had like, I had a client in the past that had like a hair loss product of some kind, so she was finding like people that were complaining about that, and you can choose to do it on a local scale or on a global scale. So just to test this, let's do maybe like 1 or 2 live searches right now. So if you're on the if you're here right now and paying attention, maybe maybe if you could type out a handful of keywords or niches that you're in, or a handful of affiliate products that you want to promote, or products of your own. I can't do all of them, but I'll pick maybe like 1 or 2. Just type those out. Okay.
Guys, this is awesome content so far. If you have like something you want to use, I also been taking notes myself that I'll approach at the end, because this is like, to me, it's absolute gold. I'm learning myself so much about like what we can actually do with this, and it's freaking awesome. But now's your time to get like free help. If you have any keywords, anything you want to rank for or look into, now's the time to do it.
All right, so I'm seeing lots of different keywords here. One says socks. That's an interesting niche. But there's lots of people that actually buy lots of socks, so that's all fine. There's personal injury attorney, survival prevention. So does that mean you're preventing yourself from surviving? No, I assume you mean survival and all that stuff right there. Drones, learning English. We have a couple on crypto, make money online, drones, DEFL certificate, learn to be prepared. All right. All right, so let's do, there was, I think Rune said he or she was one of the first ones and said crypto, so let's do that. So let's do maybe, I'll go to keywords and settings. And I'll get rid of my massages search right here. That was done for a masseuse looking for clients. So we'll so we will do crypto in this case. So now, oops, make sure I spell it right or that won't go too well. We'll do Bitcoin, crypto, maybe we'll do cryptocurrency. I know there's like lots of other crypto names and all that. I'm not too big in that area, so I don't know all those names. Obviously, if you would, you'd want to like type in like Ethereum and all that other stuff. I think I only know like 3. But we'll just stick with that for right now. Obviously, you could have a much longer list. And what you would then do is then you then click on leads. And if the leads, if there's like too many leads or the leads seem like very, very broad, you can exclude certain keywords to kind of narrow that down. But we can start with this. So this is obviously a lot of broad terms right here, but we'll see what that looks like. So we just click on leads. And oops, I accidentally, I didn't save it. Shoot. I forgot. I didn't save it, so give me 1 second right here. I just need to, I'll redo the search right there, and then I will save it. So my bad. Crypto, Bitcoin, cryptocurrency. And yes, you want to click save, and we'll exclude the RT. Want to click save, and now that it's saved, now we can go to leads. All right, and here we see all sorts of people basically talking about all sorts of things with crypto right here. So here's one right here that says that they're binge watching YouTube vids of Bitcoin. Here's a person saying, you know, guys, chill, Bitcoin drop didn't stop. So again, all these guys right here are basically talking about all sorts of things with Bitcoin. And, you know, you can weed through these, like, you know, if you want to exclude like links and stuff, like let's say you want to exclude guys that might be the advertisers, like there's a couple that have links there. What you'd want to do is just go down back to keywords and settings, and you just, you can actually click to exclude links and all that. So you get a general idea. So if you want to build a list of people that are interested, you know, in cryptos, or you know, that are basically talking about different kinds of cryptocurrencies and stuff like that, you could easily do that right there. Let's do maybe one more. All right, let's do. All right, All right, one said, looking to sell a house. So, all right, let's just say house, all right? Or let's say real estate. Or actually, I have a saved search on that, I think, right here. I just saw that right there. So I have a realtor. So right there, looking to move. So yeah, so that's a decent search right there. So yeah, that actually makes it super easy now that I had that done ahead of time. All right. So here's person, you know, right there. They're saying forever house hunting. You know, clearly they're looking to move, or they're in the middle of moving right there. Here's people asking if they need a realtor. And again, you can go through here, and depending upon the leads, you can weed through whatever you want. Here's person saying that house hunting is so brutal. So again, house hunting is the worst. You see this lead right here. So again, sometimes you have to weed through them a little bit, but you see lots of people. Like here's one saying, you see the funniest things when house hunting. Again, you see lots of people that are interested in the topic right there. And you can do this for virtually anything you want. Like, you know, if you're in essential oils, you can find people that are asking questions on essential oils. If you're, let's say you want to find leads of people, in back pain, like, we just found, or if you want to find people complaining about hair loss, or people that want to make money online. There's a few of you that asked on that. We can just click that. Here's a search on that. These are all sorts of people who want to start a business and such, and they're talking about terms like that. And again, here's one. Here's a person right here that just said they're going to start a business. And again, you can do almost anything that you want. You can find people like right here. Here's a search of people that are looking for gift ideas, and they're just bluntly asking on that. And again, just tons and tons of different things that you can do right there. But hopefully, you guys get the idea, of that right there. And if you see, notice how one of the first things I did was the back pain search. Notice how in like the 3 minutes or so, we have all these new leads. I think the lead that we had originally was like, the top one was my back hurts so bad. Now we have like 4 more since then in just the past couple minutes right there. So tons and tons and tons of leads. And whether you want to send this to, like a video or like an article where, you talk about some stuff, you have tips on how to get rid of back pain, or you have an offer of like a local guy to help or anything like that. You can use this to sell affiliate products, your own stuff. You can team up or charge, a local service provider where you send him leads or you even respond to the leads for him. All sorts of ideas with that right there. Now, 2 more things I'll show you, but before we wrap this up right here, is another thing that you can do if you want to be super proactive with leads is you can spy on your competition and know where they're getting their traffic from, and not only see where they're getting their traffic from, but reach out to their traffic sources. So let's say, in this case, I have a site, mobile autoresponder right here. You can type in any keyword you want or any site you want. It will show where their top backlinks are from, and then it will also show where their competitors are and where their backlinks and stuff are from too. And you can actually, through any of these links, you can actually reach out to any of these. You can just click the contact, and it will pull up their contact info. And with the red button right here, you can check off those blue contact buttons right there, and you can email them through the software itself. They can integrate with like Gmail and such, and you can automatically email those places and say, hey, I see that you've run some news bits, or you've had some ads to these sites. I want to know if you are possibly interested in having a guest blog post on this topic, or I want to know what your advertising rates are, or if you'd ever would be interested in writing a review on this, or whatever you want right there, or even offer to pay for advertising, or reach out to competitors here to possibly even partner with. So you could do like a white label deal of your service where you allow people to sell your stuff under their own name, and you can reach out to lots of competitors with a click of a button. And you can even do a website analysis on any of these guys right here. And you can also see where any of these guys get their backlinks from too, and see where their top traffic sources are, and then click right here to reach out to any of those sites as well. So you can literally grab the sources of the traffic of your top competitors and reach out to not only the competitors, but reach out to their sources of traffic with a click of a button. So if you know where your competitors are getting their traffic from, you control the name of the game. And last but not least, I said I'd promised the one niche where a guy got $1 million lead. Well, the service that he had, guys, guess what? He was a PR service. What he did, people would pay him to basically go out and get their their press releases or their news mentioned on other blogs and news sites. Now, typically, people would pay him, usually anywhere from $500 to $5,000 a pop. But occasionally he gets some very high-end clients and such. The $1 million one was a Hollywood one that he had, virtually doing the exact same thing. And he normally would have to do that by hand, where he'd reach out to all these places that accept guest blog posts or do news bits, and reach out by hand and would try to get his clients press releases or their news bits in a handful of those. Well, here's a tool that can automatically find and reach out to places that accept guest blogs post for you. So you can basically type in a keyword like weight loss, and it will find all the blogs out there on weight loss except guest blog posts. So you can automatically go to the links right here to submit your info there, or click the contact button right there to pull up the email address and automatically reach them with a click button. Just by basically clicking the red button right here, you can automatically email all those right there. And you can even sort by their Alexa rank, where the lower the Alexa rank, the larger the site is. So if it's like an Alexa rank of 1,000, means it's in the top 1,000 sites, meaning that's a huge site. We also can give you an estimated value of what exposure on that site could be worth to you based upon the numbers that you basically enter right here. So you can see how much traffic they get and which ones would be worth your time. So again, a lot of other things that we didn't have time to go through, but let's say you're completely overwhelmed, okay? Let's say you don't know what to do. Well, not only do we have Jumpstart videos for you to help you with just that, but you can also just click the Getting Started button right here. You answer a couple simple questions. The first time through, we'll ask you to download a little app for the Mac or Windows. That's because it does some stuff in the background to search for leads each day and stuff like that if you want. So yes, it works on Mac as well as Windows. And then it'll ask you simple questions like, do you already have a website, yes or no? And depending upon the answer that you give, it'll ask you a different kind of question and walk you down a different path. Like it says, hey, first let's add your domain into Webfire. Then it'll prompt us right here to add the domain. It'll prompt us to add a keyword. Then it'll automatically track the site and keyword for us right there. And it'll walk us through different steps to do. Like it'll walk us through, maybe how to set up some leads, how to make some content for it. And it'll walk through everything that you have to do and save your path along the way. So as long as you can answer yes or no questions, you'll be fine right there. And on top of all this, we also have a Facebook group for our members where we have, again, our free calls each week. And you can see that we have tons and tons and tons of members that absolutely love us. Here's a call that we did just several days back where we asked, hey, who loved today's call? And look, we see all these guys right here saying that they loved it. It's just what the doctor ordered. Great tips. Another good one, excellent presentation, good info. I think these are all great, useful content as always. And all these people, again, praising the tips and stuff that we give right here. And again, we see, again, tons and tons and tons every week. Tons of people, again, just praising the stuff that we do each week, saying great tips, awesome stuff. And again, so lots of happy guys right there because, again, we not only offer all the tools to help, we have the training to help with all that stuff as well. So I'm just going to pause the screen for a second as I switch on back to the presentation to wrap this up. And we even have, in that group itself, in the past, we've even had guys that have shared like methods and stuff that they've done. There was one guy that actually got a deal worth like $4,000 to $6,000 a month, and I think it was £4,000 to £6,000 because I think he was in the US. But even if it was, or he was in the UK, I mean, so he was saying £4,000 to £6,000. But even if it was, in dollars, it's still a lot of money just off a single deal that he did right there. And that's what's really great about groups like that. Sean and I are very easy to get a hold of, both over support as well as in those groups, as well as on the calls and stuff. So with that, we can go back to the presentation here to wrap it up. All right, so Webfire 3.0 can get you traffic for anything, regardless if you sell your own products or services, are just an affiliate, or want to resell its services for top dollar to others. Here's a handful more case studies from our Webfire users. We have a lot of them. Here's just a handful. Here's one from zero to hero. So Bill Dermody owns the tennis shop in Madison, Wisconsin, but he was getting crushed online by the national brands in his hometown. So he was paying Google for AdWords clicks at $2 or more a click just to have some search presence online. Then he started using Webfire to analyze his market and site. He made the suggested changes and updates within 3 weeks of using the methods. He was #1 on Google for all his local search terms, and Actually, he's number 1, 2, and 3 for most of them, so he completely dominates the top of Google right there. And he was also eventually advised by his AdWords rep that he doesn't need AdWords anymore because he was already ranking number 1 for all the search terms that he wanted to pay for. Here's one, top of Google in a day. Derek Kemp is an internet marketer who started using Webfire on all his and his client sites, got his own site from page 2 to page 1 of Google for the search term make money from home in a single day. A client of his followed the suggestions our site analysis tool suggested and got that client of his ranked on page 1 of Google in minutes. Here's one, got a $1.5 million lead. Mary H. used Webfire to promote her business. Within 7 days, she reported getting a lead ready to spend $1.5 million. Here's one, from almost nothing to 1,000 a week. Judy Jakes joined Webfire and used the software to analyze her websites. Within 1 week of following our system, she went from making hardly anything to 1,000 a week. She thought that was a fluke until she saw it continue week after week. Judy has continued to add sites and use Webfire to promote them. She now reports that she's earning $7,000 per week on average. That's over $365,000 a year and growing. And she credits Webfire with helping her make her first $1 million online. So really awesome right here. And this was, and most of those sites were just affiliate sites too. She had a bunch of affiliate sites that she just used the system on and followed the training and used the tools that we had right there. Here's one, makes $100 in the first few minutes. I think this has to set a record. So Nick Vodka was on a recent call of ours. He joined Fire and started using it right away while he was still on the webinar. He posted a message to us that he had already earned $100 in his first few minutes of using Webfire, literally within minutes while still on the call. 3 days later, he said, when we have our weekly live calls, 3 days later, he tells us that he made an additional $300. He says, hi guys, I just want to let you know that I've made an additional $300 since signing up on Sunday. That makes a total of $400, $100 during the call plus this after. Only reason for writing this is to give others an idea of how easy it is and more importantly, how anyone can do it. And here's one, multiple page 1 rankings in days on our Facebook group right here. We have lots of guys praising us left and right. Here's one saying that he went from literally nothing to page 1 in a couple of days. Here's one saying Webfire is awesome, has increased traffic and boosted the site from page 2 to page 1 for a few key terms within a week of applying the tools. Here's one that has been using it for a year and has been boosted up to consistently 2,500 visits a month in a targeted niche in over 10 months time, and consistently getting that over and over right there. And again, here's the non-techie that I talked about prior. 6 weeks prior to Webfire, couldn't even use Microsoft Office, so he couldn't even write anything in Word or anything like that. Made his first sale online ever with Webfire, and he also said that his traffic stats are on an upward trend for the first time as well. Here's one. Top ranking for NFL Achieve, which stands for National Football League, for those of you that aren't in the States. Jeff Eskow says he's very appreciative for Webfire. Used tons of other SEO tools promising easy rankings and traffic. Says they never worked out for him until Webfire and that nothing else even comes close. His main NFL site is now number 4 on Google and number 1 on other search engines for his preferred keyword, thanks to Webfire. And this is obviously a super competitive keywords and niche here. And he says he has lots of other sites that he's been using Webfire on, and all are climbing up in their rankings. Here's one, page 1 of Google in the weight loss niche. Will Sims started off from scratch in the weight loss niche, which obviously is a very competitive niche. Had a brand new site, which a lot of people say is even more hard to rank and get traffic to. Well, not in this case right here if you follow what we say and use our tools. Within 1 week, he was ranking on page 1 of Google for his search term. This was at no cost and no technical ability. Here's one, multiple rankings in a day and made 5 times investment back instantly. Tom Martin says he feels like a freaking superstar, his words, not mine. Had a new site, nowhere in the top 1,000 for his keywords. 1 day later, his site is on page 1 next to government sites. which are notoriously hard to rank by, yet he achieved it right here. Then he got additional rankings for the same keyword on page 1. So he had multiple rankings on the same page. And he said he paid for 5 years of Webfire through a performance-based contract already right off the bat. So with Webfire, you get top analysis tools, cutting-edge SEO tools, powerful content and video tools, one-of-a-kind lead tools, powerful automation that runs 24/7, state-of-the-art lead and ranking tools, social media tools, proprietary forum and blog tools, a whole set of keyword tools, powerful spying tools, and so much more. So who can benefit? Literally anyone who needs traffic, and that's everyone. Some of the smaller features you can find for anywhere from about $100 to $300 or more per month each. Others you might find for literally thousands of dollars a year each. And many you won't find anywhere else because they're proprietary to us, because we even have patents on some of the tools that we have as well. But nowhere will we find them all in one place and integrated so well like Webfire 3.0. And as a special offer for you guys right here, we're going to actually give you $2,000 off of Webfire 3.0 for a limited time for everyone here right now, but that's not all. So here's the challenge that we have. Create the most powerful, comprehensive suite of tools in existence, but price it so everyone can afford it. In fact, we're making this such a no-brainer deal by not only offering you a huge discount on it, but just a few moments, I'll reveal a way for you to make a profit on your investment this week. Are you ready for this? All right, you'll literally be given a way to make this back within a week of taking action. Normally, our special deal for everything you see here would be $2,997 per year. And that'd be well worth it and offer more value than probably anything you've seen before. But for today only, you can grab it for only $997 per year and be locked in at that special rate. That's so low, especially once you see some additional bonuses worth many times that I didn't want that number publicly seen outside of this webinar. So for the special $2,000 off deal, it's $997 per year for all the tools, all the training, support, and so on. And we've been told that the training that we have, if you have a question, we answer you right away. You don't have to wait days or anything like that. And the guys we've had have been with us for years and years and years, and they know what they're doing. They're really good and top-notch with that, whether you have a question on the tools, a question on marketing, or anything like that. But to get the special deal right now, you have to go to getwebfire.com/AFC. But for today only right now, you'll get 4 additional special bonuses right now. Bonus number 1, you'll get the free Webfire 3.0 Pro upgrade. You can use Webfire 3.0 on unlimited sites of yours or your own clients. Normally, this would be about an extra $3,000 per year as an upgrade, but you get it for free. That means that you can use Webfire 3.0 on as many sites as you want, whether it's for your own or those of potential clients. Bonus number 2, you can get the expired domain tool for free. Whether you have an existing site or none at all, we have a special tool that can find you domains that have expired that are already getting traffic and oftentimes even rankings. Normally, expired domains like this cost thousands of dollars each. You can snatch them up for the normal $10 a year domain fee, or however much a normal domain will cost you through your host. You can get a jump start to create your own site, or just forward the traffic to an affiliate link or to a funnel on your current site. So every day, there's tons and tons and tons of domains that expire. Now, a lot of these oftentimes are either already ranked or mentioned and listed on live sites that are ranked well, or they're talked about on live sites that are ranked well. And our tool here can search these, find these based upon the keywords and the niches that you're in, and alert you to all the sites in your niche that you can snatch up. And again, every day, there's tons and tons and tons of these kind of domains that become available. Some of these can get a lot of traffic, and normally these cost thousands of dollars after someone finds them and tries to resell it. Well, you can use the tool to automatically help you find these for you and snatch those up. And even if you want to redirect the traffic to an affiliate link of yours, you can. So if you find a site, like let's say you have an affiliate link for organic dog food, You might find a site that basically talks about organic dog food, and one of their suggested brands is a link that is now expired. Well, you can basically take that and redirect it to any affiliate link you have and make money, whether it's off of Amazon or off your own product or funnel or whatever you want. Bonus number 3, you get weekly live webinar trainings with myself and Sean every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. You can join us as we provide you with new trainings, behind the scenes looks, walkthroughs, reveal new marketing methods, and give you the ability to ask any question you want live. If you can't make any, we even record them for you to watch at a later time. And here's just, again, tons of guys praising us left and right about how this is really awesome stuff. We've even had guys that told us that the trainings and the value that we give is worth more than very expensive masterminds that they've joined. Even ones that they paid up to 25 grand for, they find that there's more value in what we give, because we don't just train you on, stuff with the tools and stuff, in marketing. We go beyond that and basically talk about, hey, how to increase the price points and stuff that you sell, how to make more money on anything you sell, how to get extra clients, how to do new methods, tons and tons and tons of topics. We even will analyze your sites or businesses, or give you specific examples of what we do to help your business out. So there's a lot of value in these calls right there. And here's just lots more saying it's pure gold, 10 out of 10. Guys saying that this is the Bible of online marketing. This call, the guy at the bottom right says this call is awesome. My life is starting to change for the better because of you guys. Thanks. Brian and Sean, you guys are the best. And you see tons and tons of guys saying that we way over deliver on the content, and they appreciate all this right here. So you can see that, again, we're here, we stand by, we help our clients, but this next bonus here really takes the cake. What if you're able to quickly make a profit off of your investment this week, even if you're brand new with no website or product currently? Would you invest in something that was completely risk-free that you could make back plus some this week? Well, this 4th bonus makes it truly a no-brainer. So bonus number 4, you get our special USB drive training today as an instant download filled with our best of the best trainings, including exclusive trainings just for you. So at a previous event that we had, just for people there, we gave a USB drive that had some very exclusive trainings and tips and stuff on it for them. That it was on a USB because we only wanted it released to people there. But then we thought, people loved that so much that we really wanted to give that back to people even outside of that group right there. So now we're making that available as a download where you can get tons and tons of that available online, get everything in that. And here's a taste of what you'll get inside. First, there's some training on 5 ways to make a quick $1,000 plus with Webfire 3.0. Also, how to increase the value and price of anything you sell by 10 to 100 times, even without having an existing offer of your own. There's also templates and email swipes for making quick sales, a guide to over 70 top affiliate programs that pay $100 or more a sale, some paying even thousands, and everything you need to get more, leads, rankings, exposure, sales, and traffic online quickly and easily. So you can literally be earning high-paying commissions from dozens of products, selling high-end web services to other businesses, earning affiliate income from template blog posts and more by implementing our training on this previously only released in-person USB drive training this week. You'll get instant access today. No need to wait for a webinar or a workshop that you may or may not be able to attend. You can start your training today if you want, right from this one instant download. It includes, again, step-by-step and copy and paste templates for you to follow, making this insanely easy to implement this week to earn a quick $1,000 plus. And don't confuse the special trainings here as limiting you to only 1,000 plus this week, as they're all designed to not only be quick and easy, but also based on business models that can do 6 to 7 figures a year. So we included the special training right here, especially the one that's 5 ways to make 1,000 plus this week with Webfire, to give you a quick and easy way where you can pick which one is most appealing to you. Follow the training and use the tools that we have right there. And we know that, if you're able to make your investment back very, very quickly, you'll be a happy client, and everything else after that is pure profit right there, and it'd be a win-win. That's why we made the jump start right here. So you can literally make back your investment by following the special jumpstart training within the next week, because we put our money where our mouth is. And as a Webfire 3.0 member, you'll get access to everything you need to get free traffic, rankings, leads, exposure, sales, and commissions online. Plus, you'll even get access to our done-for-you campaigns on 5 ways of quickly making money with Webfire 3.0, even if you're brand new. Plus, our weekly live trainings are priceless and full of great, actionable content that you can use to make even more money online. Webfire also gives you an incredible triple guarantee that no other software company dares to offer. Webfire guarantee number 1, use the software for 30 days, and if you're not satisfied for any reason, simply notify the support team and get a 100% refund. Guarantee number 2, you'll get free exposure from the front page of Google, Yahoo, and Bing within 7 minutes of using Webfire and following the simple directions. Guarantee number 3, you'll get free traffic to your site or your offer within 24 hours of when you start using Webfire. Start today, get free traffic tomorrow. That's Webfire's triple guarantee. If we don't satisfy you for any reason, you get a 100% refund. Plus, you can still get to keep all of our bonuses and the special bonus trainings with all the templates, swipes, and trainings you'll need to land $1,000 plus sales easily with 5 different plug-and-play businesses, regardless if you keep Webfire 3.0 or not. Plus, you keep all the leads, videos, content, and traffic, and so forth that you can get with Webfire 3.0 too. So literally, you not only will have an easy way to make a quick profit, which makes this a true no-brainer, but you're also backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee for any reason at all. So again, for Webfire 3.0, for this special deal right now only $2,000 off, which is only $997 per year. Deal's valid only for the next 20 minutes right here. And again, it's 100% risk-free with a 30-day money-back guarantee, and you get the bonus training right now, which can give you the jump start on how to earn that back quickly and easily, and how to start several different kinds of businesses on top of ones you may already have right now. But to take advantage of that, you have to go to getwebfire.com/AFC. Again, that's getwebfire.com/AFC. And we'll only have this up for a little while longer. And really, guys, we put our money where our mouth is. Not only do we have the guarantee, not only do we have the bonus training to help jumpstart that, we have weekly live calls where you can reach us ourselves, ask us any question you want. We have support that's all, again, US based. They're highly trained. They've been with us for years and years and years. Any questions you have, they're happy to answer you and get back to you very, very, very fast. So you won't have to wait days. Every answer will get answered within 1 business day or less. Usually within an hour or less, you'll get a reply back right there. And just to answer a handful of questions, yes, this works on a Mac as well as Windows. So as long as you can get online, you'll be perfectly fine. So it's web-based, but there's a little app that runs in the background on Macs and Windows to help like alert you to new leads and stuff like that if you want right there. And yes, this can even work internationally. It can even work in several foreign languages as well. So if you want to use several of the lead tools and such, you can search in a foreign language. So if you want to search in Spanish or French or Mandarin, you can do that. Yes, you can even search in Chinese. That's the lead tools actually allow that. Obviously, the instructions and all that we have in English. But you can use a handful of the tools in foreign languages as well right there. And yes, you can use this on your own sites. You can use this for affiliate offers. You can even use the tools and stuff inside here to turn it into services and stuff that you sell. In fact, we have lots and lots of trainings on how to do just that. Not only how to do the services, but how to get the clients. And we have the best of both worlds in that you can not only proactively do the stuff to increase your rankings, to increase the exposure that your content gets, to get your content distributed both on your site, ranking well, both other content throughout the entire web, ranking well, on videos that it can instantly make and rank well. But the second half is will also automatically help you find leads each and every day of people that are interested in talking in your niche. Even guys are oftentimes interested in potentially buying what you could be selling to them in real time. So again, best of both worlds right there, and that's on top of all the training and all the tools that we have right there. Sean, I know you've been answering a lot of questions while I've been talking. Are there any questions that I missed or haven't addressed yet that you haven't had a chance to answer?
Well, I don't think you missed anything, but just a couple things to clarify for everybody. Somebody was asking, they understand the great discounted deal they're getting today, but what about next year? And the answer is you're locked in to this discounted rate. So next year, it's not like a surprise thing you get from the phone company where the rate gets jacked in the second year or something. In this case, you are locked in, guaranteed this low rate for life.
Yes.
On the other hand, you also can quit if you'd like to. I mean, we're not saying that you could never quit if you go off and decide to do something else. That's fine, but we are guaranteeing the rate. Go ahead, Brian.
Yeah, I was just saying right there that they can cancel anytime, and that again, you're locked in at that rate. So, Sean, anything else that was asked yet?
A lot of people had questions specific to, does this work for X business? So let me kind of tell you that we have members that do pretty much everything you can imagine and some stuff you probably never thought of, who are doing everything from being affiliates for ClickBank products or JVZoo and internet marketing products to promoting their Amazon products that they sell or their Amazon Kindle books. We have people promoting Shopify stores. We have a lot of e-commerce members doing all kinds of crazy things with e-commerce with free traffic. We have professionals who are promoting their practices, like lawyers and doctors and accountants, and people. I mean, we got photographers who do high-level photography, real estate agents. We have just people doing, pretty much everything you can imagine. People that are providing services for other businesses, whether it's online marketing, SEO. They're doing social media management. They're doing, I can't even come up with all the different stuff that people are doing. And we've got training on all of it, because the reason we know what people are doing is because we've built training based upon what our members are doing. And there is just an amazing amount of training inside of Webfire that's searchable by keyword, so you can find the trainings that apply to you for what you want to do. But somebody asked a good question, said, okay, you have all this stuff, is there a quick start part? And the answer is yes, because we know that what you really want to do is get started real fast and then work your way through this stuff. So we've created quick start videos that are right at the top of the members area. So you can just go look at those and get started right away, getting the fastest results for whatever it is you want to promote. The whole idea behind Webfire is to make your life easier, and it does that in spades. All the tools are really easy to use. There is training for each individual tool. You don't have to go learn them all. If you're like, hey, I just want to go, get real-time Twitter leads. Well, you can just go to the Twitter tool and you can watch a tutorial if you want. If you're a guy, you probably won't even watch a tutorial. Just be like, I can figure this out. I'm a guy. And you'll just start using it and you'll be fine, because pretty much all the tools are self-explanatory and how they work. But we do suggest you watch the tutorials, just because then you'll learn how to make them work better. But stuff is super easy to use. Our support team is totally awesome. The head of our support team, long before I worked with Brian, which has been, I actually don't know how many years now, but getting close to a decade, I think, she worked for me, and she's worked for me for about 15 years now, probably longer than that. See, I've been here 15, probably 17 years now. I've lost track. And it's an idea of the continuity we have and the people that we have working with us to run this business and support you guys in your business. The programmers that are behind Webfire are full-time employees that have been with us for several years. This is not something that's gotten made where we're like, hey, let's go find a really cheap guy and we'll give him like $50 and we'll make something cool that'll break like 10 seconds later. We invest tens of thousands of dollars each year on top of the hundreds of thousands of dollars that we put into Webfire to build it, just to support and maintain Webfire and continue to upgrade it and add new features and tools. And on a regular basis, there are new features and tools, and as a Webfire member, you get all of those for free as part of your membership. So when we come up with the new and advanced part, we don't go out to you and say, hey, we came up with the really cool stuff we know that you want, so give us more money. No, you get it as a member, as part of everything. If you guys have more things, and Wendy said she just purchased, awesome, thank you, welcome Wendy. And I know there's a bunch of other people jumping in. She just happened to type in there. So in fact, if you guys are in, just type, I'm in, awesome, I'm here, whatever you'd like to, that you're here. And Brian, I'm gonna let you start talking again.
Alrighty. Yeah, we'll leave the special deal up just for a bit more right here. And this is to, again, not only get the special pricing through here, but also get all the bonuses and stuff too. Because some of the bonuses there, guys, literally are worth more than the entire investment. Like the expired domain tool by itself, literally you can find domains that are worth hundreds of thousands of dollars a piece. A tool like that can be worth thousands right there. The training that we have that literally walks you through several different ways, step by step, about how you can make, again, money quickly and easily if you follow what we say and use the tools in the training, whether it's on your own products or stuff that you're an affiliate for. You can test it out, and we put our money where our mouth is, because again, it's all backed by a 30-day money back guarantee at the same time right there. And lots and lots of the trainings are really, I think, hold tremendous value on top of the tools. Like you'll see how you can charge literally 10 to 100 times more than what you probably charge now, and in a lot of cases get more sales. Or how you are probably currently trying to fight over like a lot of the little traffic that isn't worth all that much, and completely ignoring the larger traffic that's worth a lot more. And a lot of stuff like that I think will really open your eyes, and that's on top of the tools that will also train you on how to use those and how to get the best value out of those as well. So really, and that's over a couple dozen tools included right there. Everything you saw and more is all included. And this really is an insane steal of a deal right here. But you have to go to getwebfire.com/AFC right now to take advantage of it before we wrap this up in the next couple minutes or so here. And Sean, again, if there's any questions or so that you see.
Well, can I jump in, Brian? Sorry, it's Alan. Yeah, go. Because I had a couple notes. Like I took like a full page of notes, and I hope everybody on here did. I want to make it really clear, because there was a few questions I saw, and I know our AFC members are wondering. Basically, if you want to, I want to start with the questions people have asked. Like, do I have to, if I do, we went over basically launch jacking and free traffic from YouTube videos. Guys, this has a full built-in video thing. You don't even have to get on camera. You don't have to get on a voice. You don't even have to speak English. Okay, I mean, this is like, you're talking about tapping into huge markets. Some markets are huge in Germany that are virtually non-existent in America. You can easily do all this with just a few clicks of a button with Webfire, and I did not know that. I've gone into the software. It does so much cool stuff, and I didn't even know that it even translated. But if you spend stuff like that, plus the furniture thing, I wanted to make a thing on that. You can build a list, and then you don't just build a list on the massage chair, right? You're getting leads. You're building a list of subscribers, and then you can promote other stuff like massages, like massage parlors locally, or you could do other furniture. Like, okay, you have a massage chair, we sold you that. Let me send you an email in a week about our newest deal on our couch furniture or theater stuff, certain relaxing stuff, or like Brian said, essential oils. All these are what's called cross-selling. So once you have a list of subscribers, you can do this kind of stuff. Another thing I wanted to touch on was the social proof. This to me is invaluable, and a lot of people might be wondering, well, I don't have time all day, every day to contact people on Facebook. And the thing is, you don't have to do that, right? If you go on Fiverr or Easy Outsource or something like that, you can outsource this, pay someone $2 an hour to generate you, let's say, maybe if you make $1,000 a week or whatever, and it costs you 50 or 60 bucks in hiring someone to do this and follow up with people for you, you can do that as well. So it's completely hands off if you choose to outsource. Okay, all this stuff in here, I've sort of tried to count it up, and I know the JVZoo marketplace very well. My estimate is you would spend probably between $3 to $5 grand in JV Zoo products, and still not get everything that you're getting in Webfire. So I did want to make that very, very clear that there are different softwares and stuff on JV Zoo. None of this touches this. You have to spend $3 to $5 grand, and it still wouldn't do everything that Webfire does. Touched on the videos. Oh, another thing is many of you, I know we have some electricians, some nurses. If you have a local business, you can use this for your own business and rank locally, as Brian touched on. But also with the schema part alone, you can build social proof. And the key, and this, everyone on here knows this, if they search for something, they're going to click on something with 4.9 stars over something with 0 stars or no stars showing or 3.7 stars or whatever. So the fact that you can steal traffic from other local businesses just by having the schema in place with a higher ranking, that in and of itself is gold. And people pay, and I know this because I've charged this, I've helped other people out, local businesses, I've helped doctors, nutritionists, chiropractors, construction workers, landscapers, interior designers. People will pay $1 to $2 grand per month minimum for this type of work, quote unquote, that you could literally do in maybe just minutes or a couple hours of your time and charge $1,500 to $2 grand a month just to monitor this. And another thing about social proof is I know I'm going on a ramble, but I had so many notes on here that I want to make it clear to everybody and give some ideas on my ideas on how I want to use it going forward. Is the social proof. I went on Nextdoor one time, had never had a Nextdoor account in my life. If no one knows what that is, it's basically just local neighborhoods, right? But I was trying to help my cousin who's a landscaper. I want to do a test. So I created a Nextdoor account literally within 30 minutes to an hour after I created a brand new account, never logged in to Nextdoor in my life. I, within a couple hours, got some sales for my cousin who's a landscaper. And over that week time, I sent him over $5,000 worth of landscaping work to do. And so the power of the social media and everything's in Webfire, you just look it up. So you can see what people are saying, you can see what they're wanting, and then you can provide them, hey, I know a guy, hey, I know a lawyer in Charlotte, North Carolina that can get you out of this speeding ticket. And you can approach them like that, and they're like, really, what's his number? And so the social proof and the direct message is so powerful in that. And it's just amazing. So I wanted to bring all those things to your attention. Those are sort of my notes and my ideas that can get you started. As far as affiliate funnel clones users and stuff too. I mean, lots of people are asking, hey, do I make a review site? If you made a review site, I made it like a hub, like I Am Reviews or Alan's Internet Marketing Reviews.com or whatever, right? So you can rank that with Webfire, but then you can also review other products. We went over launch jacking techniques in the members area. You can jack launches coming up, rank for those keywords easily, and backlink those to your hub site. And Webfire can help you rank in all these and tell you, hey, you're missing something here. And it has this diagnosis tool. They can tell you what you're missing and where you're missing it. And you can rank for easy keywords like product keywords, like affiliate funnel clones review for a keyword or whatever. If you're jacking that launch, and then everything can backlink back to your original hub. So there's so much link juice and things you can do through Webfire that takes so much time or money if you paid someone to do it, and Webfire handles everything for you. So I just want to make all that stuff clear. I'm going to hand the mic over back to you, Brian, but I wanted to make all those things clear to make sure our members know that you can do this with online, offline, e-commerce, everything that you need to do. My main focus is everything that I do is building a list. So you send them to a blog or a review site or something. And what do you have? Sign up for a 20% off coupon or sign up for our newsletter. You're building a list. You're able to cross promote other stuff to them in the future. And that's where the gold is in the list. And while I'm at it, one more thing, Brian, because you guys are there's so much stuff in here. It's not just free traffic. You're getting free leads. So on the lead concept, you're getting leads and you're seeing what people are writing, and you're able to get these leads without even having them opt in anywhere, right? So there's so many angles you can take for lead generation in this and following up with these leads and really building your brand, your business, because as I'll say it a million times, not to beat a dead horse, but the money's in the list. That's the absolute gold. If you don't, in my opinion, if you don't have a list, you don't have a business and you don't have an asset and you don't have sustainability. So Webfire helps with all this stuff and helping you wherever you drive traffic to. Again, I recommend you drive it to some form of squeeze page from your main blog sites and all the stuff that you're ranking for to build a list as well. And Webfire, again, it handles all this stuff. So I'm super excited, guys. I'm super excited for the people who have gotten in. I know we're running out of spots and out of time, but I just wanted to get all that across really quick. Brian, I hate to interrupt you, buddy.
Oh no, sure, it's fine. And just as a side note, you mentioned with with the affiliate stuff how you could do the launch jacking and all that. You gave some really awesome tips there, but one thing that I wanted to point out with that, or actually a couple things too, if you have an affiliate site or if you're trying to jack a launch or anything, you can actually use the ranked lead finder inside of Webfire to find the sites and stuff that are already ranking for those review type terms. And you can leave posts and comments there and start to siphon basically traffic from there to your own reviews or to your own offers. Or you can use the real-time lead finder to find guys asking specific questions on products, like, hey, like let's say you're an affiliate of an autoresponder. You might find guys saying, hey, what is your opinion of GetResponse versus Aweber versus whatever else? And you can jump in there, offer your 2 cents there and siphon, a portion of the traffic to wherever you want right there. Because again, as long as you provide the value first and foremost, you can kind of bait the hook there.
Yeah, that's sick, man. They can even offer a bonus, right? So hey, if you buy this link or whatever, I'm gonna give you $1,000 worth of bonus, and you can give them bonuses and stuff. I mean, it's awesome how much stuff you guys can do and how the leads are generated. It's amazing.
Yep. So again, if you want to take advantage of this, you have to make sure to go to this link right now because we're just about to wrap this up. You have to go to, again, getwebfire.com/AFC. We'll wrap this up, Sean, unless there's any last minute things or questions that you saw pop up. We'll answer maybe one or two.
Yeah,
really
I just
quick.
want to tell you, great presentation as always, Brian, and I want to welcome all the new members. I'm excited for you guys and looking forward to working with everybody, and we'll definitely take care of you. And Colas says, I'm on the site about to purchase, but I don't see where the bonuses are. Well, you'll see the bonuses once you log in to the member area.
Yep.
So you'll be there. No problem. And then Neil says, sorry, all of a sudden you guys are, we're just getting a couple people with order questions. Okay, Neil says, I tried to purchase, having problems with PayPal. Hang on a minute, Anil. Okay, so Anil, whoops, are you in? No, okay. So if for those of you that are actually having problems, if you continue to have problems, I want you to email our support team, which is support@webfire.com. If for some reason you can't get through, we'll take care of you because we know that you're here. Okay, and we'll get you handled. So just email support@webfire.com and whatever your specific issue is, and they'll sort it out with you. Because obviously sometimes stuff doesn't work, or if you're from another country, especially, and you're trying to buy with your credit card, it gets declined because the bank is automatically blocking big charges. And if so, you just slip over your credit card and call them and say, hey, that was really me, and I am trying to make this purchase, and they'll release the block, and then you have to come back and place the order because it won't charge automatically. You've got to proactively go and complete the order. So want to welcome everybody, and Colin and Neil will get you guys sorted out. But you'll automatically be able to see all that stuff, and you're there. Alan, yes, I can see your order, so you'll get an email in the next couple minutes. You should get a receipt email, and then separately you'll get your login information. And if not, just hit our support up, and they'll take care of you here in a few minutes. But you should be okay. It just takes a few minutes to get through the email system for you to get your welcome email. Anybody else have any questions? Just when we thought we were done, all the questions come in. We want to make sure we get everybody taken care of. Alan, you're welcome. Okay. Hey, Mark, if you post your email address, we'll make sure somebody gets with you right away and get that error message sorted out. And anybody else got any questions? We'll be there and get it all done. Just pausing momentarily to let anybody type that's typing. Okay, Mark, good. Somebody's going to be with you in a second. Got that. Oh yeah, and Sharon just sent me a reminder. And if you are looking for your login info and don't see it in your main inbox, please check your spam folder, because sometimes through the magic of the internet, the good stuff you want appears in the spam folder. And that way you're able to get hold of that. And I guess we got all the questions, Brian, so I'm going to let you wrap it up, and congratulations again and welcome.
All right, guys. So once again, if you have any questions at all or anything's missed or there's any issues at all, just write support@webfire.com and they'll make sure to get back to you probably within a matter of minutes now because they're aware of the call and all that. So make sure right there with any issues or anything like that. And yes, they'll be sure to hold your spot. So even though we're wrapping up the call now, we'll still hold the bonuses and all that because if you're trying to buy and all that, that's only fair right there. But once more, guys, I want to thank you all for joining us on this call. Hopefully, guys learned some good stuff here. Hopefully, see the power of automation, and hopefully, I taught you several different ways that you can not only drive basically traffic to almost anything you want, but also find leads and stuff out there in any niche, whether it be your own stuff, affiliate stuff, or service and stuff that you want to use basically tools to make. Even if you're brand new, again, we have lots of training to help you with all that right there, and we're always here. We're always willing to help as well. But again, make sure right now you go to getwebfire.com/AFC. And with that, guys, I will wrap up. And again, thanks to all that have joined. Thanks for all your time here, and look forward to seeing you guys in the future as well. So with that, take care, guys, and have a great rest of the week.
We'll see you guys. Alan here. I'm going to go ahead and close on out. So the people, by the way, they always put me in charge of the recording, and I'm always scared. I don't know if we'll have a recording. I hope we do. But just go to getwebfire.com/AFC, and we will talk to you guys soon. Thanks so much for your time, and we appreciate everyone who has attended. We truly hope you got a ton of value out of this, and we will talk to you soon.